it's Jan again. I'm going to do some painting today because I said I would, so I'm committed. I'm doing a Lake District scene. When I visited the Lake District and I went camping, and I went up to a place with a very high waterfall that the name escapes me, and an hour later, after travelling all the way up, I got this magnificent view. That's what I want to paint now. Right, I've just penciled it out in pencil first. These are my colours, and I'll just go through them. There's white, lemon yellow, cadmium yellow deep hue. There's yellow ochre, there's burnt sienna, emerald green, oxide of chrome, which is like sap green, cobalt blue, French ultramarine, cerulean blue. I always like a cerulean blue. I've got dioxine, violet, black, and that's it. Right, so I've just penciled it in. The first thing I want to do is just do my sky. Let's see if anybody's watching yet. Maybe later. Right. Let's start off. Do you mean to go ahead? Do you mean to go on? Right, I've got me favourite brush. No, that's not my favourite brush. That's my favourite brush, see? With this brush I can do many, many wondrous things. Okay? But what I want to do first is I want to get this cerulean sky in. You've probably guessed I do like cerulean in my skies. So I'm just mixing some cerulean and white. I damp my brush just so it's damp, then I dry my brush just so it's just finger skin damp. Right, so let's start off and put some high clouds up there. Look, bit of dry brush in this. See, and it just makes some lovely clouds just going along. You can probably hear it. It's that barking in the background is my two Samoyeds are currently playing on the trampoline. They do like to play on the trampoline. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll have seen what I'm talking about. They're crazy. They just sit on the trampoline all day. Okay, there's me sky with a little bit of clouds coming over the top. One of these Lake District hills. Right, I'm just going to go over one of my daughter's friends is just arriving, so the dogs will be a little bit hyper at the minute. Whenever anybody arrives, they go hyper. Right, so I'll just add some of these clouds. Now it's not white I'm putting in a very light cerulean and white mix. Okay, just to give me this area here. There's going to be a tree down here. Just scrape it in. What this does as well, it sets the pencil in a lot better. It smudges a little bit, but doesn't matter. Right, if I put in some white, just pure white on top, then we can do a little bit of depth to these clouds, see? So a little bit more white just at the top of this escarpment. That's what you call it. I can still see my outline in pencil. It's very basic. All I've done is the horizon for the lake that I can see, and a sweeping bank coming up here, and a little bit of a Cheviot mountain there, or hill, or what do they call it. Right, going to add some dioxin to my cerulean, just a little touch, just a little touch, just so I get a hint of violet. There you go. And I'm just putting that where the lake is, see? There's my lake that I can see. Alright. I've gone very rough over the lines because it doesn't matter, because these are all going to disappear. Now I just want a little bit of definition on this lake, so I'm going to go in with some lighter along the bottom and try and just blend it in from the bottom, see? That's better. So I have just the violet along the far edge. That's it. See? So I've got the violet there along the far edge. So that's my lake. Quickest lake in the history of painting lakes, I should imagine. But there it is. Hello Sylvia. Jay Cherie, nice to see you. Joined the party. I'm painting the Lake District scene. Right. So I've done the sky. I've done my lake. Practically there. My work here is done. See? No, it's not. There's quite a lot more to do. I'm just going to go in with some more white and maybe just put some white in here. That's better. Okay. That's better. It just adds a bit of mystique to these clouds. You could have such a thing with clouds, I don't know. There you go. So I've got my clouds in there. Right, I've got my lake done. I've got my clouds. Just might add a little bit more of this purple dioxin. Just because, oh look at that. That's better. See? That's all it needed, a bit of a better blend. Right, let's go in with cerulean. And just underneath. Beautiful. That's lovely. So I got a nice little splodge for a lake. Hiya Sylvia. I went to Canada 3 times. Nearly emigrated there. But it wasn't to be. Right. What I want to do now is I just want to do the far lakeside hill mountain. So I'm going in with my sap green. And I just want to lighten it a little bit. So I'll just lighten it with the, just to show you, I've gone in with my green, I'm lighting it with the violet and the white, and it's getting even lighter. And all I'm doing here is I'm just going to put very lightly, nothing spectacular, along the edge. Do you know what? I want a straight edge. So I'm going to help my straight edge. I'll put a bit of tape, a bit of painter's masking tape. So when I come to do that's it. So I'll get my edge in there. A little bit darker. This is all very haphazardous. It's in the distance, so it's very, very light. So let's add some white. That's it. Along the bottom, along this edge, just so I get a nice edge. Right, at the top here, not too close to my edge because I want to use a different brush for that, because I won't be able to get the edge, so I'm just working my way. Right, so that's that. Done a little bit. So what I really want is a little flat brush. And there we have it, look. Little angle brush. And with this, I haven't wet it. I'm using my Stay Wet palette, and there's enough moisture in it, so I don't need to wet my brush, but I can get better edge, see? Better. There we go. Just gives me a lovely sharp edge where I want it. Okay, near the top, I just want that definition. I'm just going to my pencil line and just going over the top so it disappears. Maybe the clouds. I'm just taking the top of it off, who knows. That looks quite nice, that. It's an effect I hadn't counted on, but seems to work. So might just leave it in there. This cloud's just a little bit low and it's just touching and kissing the top of this. That's it. Brilliant. Do you know what? I'm just going to add a little bit of cerulean to this puddle mix that I've got. A little bit of cerulean. And just... oh, look at that. That's better. Now just drawing this along here. That's lovely. Might just go in with some more violet. Right, kids are getting a bit rowdy outside. It's summer. I want to enjoy it. And all I want to do is paint. I've decided to have a water fight just outside my studio. There you go. Good luck to them, that's what I say. Right, and I'm putting in some violet into this. There you go. So I start to get that lovely edge look. Maybe I can just introduce some lemon yellow with yellow ochre and white, because that gives you a lovely oh, look at that. That just gives you an awesomest colour look. See? Just dragging it down. See all the different colours in this escarpment. There you go. And a little bit more. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's what I wanted. Let's add a few more of this light colour. And little areas, look. Oh, just up there might be a little outcrop of sandy clay or something. Just lighten it a bit more. See? There's like a shelf up here and it sort of comes down. So let's put that shelf in. That's it. There's lots of light bits near the bottom. So I'll put them in as well. There's a little light bit just up here that the sun's just caught. There you go. So we can start to get the distant hill in straight away, see? Right, I'm mixing dioxazine violet and burnt sienna. It's not raw sienna, I said it. I think I told you it was raw sienna, it's not, it's burnt sienna. On the top here. I'm just going over this edge again. See, and just maybe dragging it in a few little places. That's it. That's better. See that edge I'm getting? Hi Andy. No, I'm not using any oil thinner. This is all done in acrylics. I might do an oil one day, but at the moment this is an acrylics one. Right, let's get some blue in here with the green. That's it. This is just dry brushing acrylic, that's all I'm doing at the minute. Just add a little bit more. A few little stones I can see. Well, actually these are probably boulders as big as a house, but on the canvas they're little stony things. See? I'm just randomising. There we go. So there's something happening there. I have a darker area here. So I'm going to go back to my favourite brush and just put in some of this. Just wiggle waggle in this brush, see? Wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle. And it just gives me some darker shades. Smooth them around. There you go, see? So I start to get some little, let's put some in this little shelf here that I was talking about. There we go. And some of this, let's get some of this green down near the bottom. Just on the edge maybe. Look. Just on the edge of my tape. I'll show you what will happen when I take that away, hopefully. And I'm just circling. Nice few little circles here. This is all woodland or shrubs or heather or whatever it is. Probably ferns. It's in the distance. And I'm just being random. See if we get that sharp edge. You know what? Change my brush. Let's try a fill bear. I've got a fill bear. And, oh yes, that's much better. Gives me a concentration of paint. Much better. Oh, look at that. If I wibble wobble this one here, you see, look. Get some lovely natural texture, see? Just by wibble wobbling. See? Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. And you get some textures. That's what I want to do. I like this. The fill bear is the brush of choice at the moment for this escarpment. Now I'm just adding it. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Probably take this tape away. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Got a lovely clean line. Where I wanted on the base. I just want some more depth here. The tones are so subtle. The shadow tones. You know what? Those three little stones. I'm going to put them in again. There you go. Because they're there. And I saw them there, so they have to be there. Let's just work on this. Bit of a shelf. Excuse me. I'm using my secret ingredient today. My Jammy Dodgers. Yes, this is the secret to my artistic prowess. If you believe that, you believe anything. Right. You know what I'm going to do? Add some sponges ready. Yeah, I've got some sponges. Now, let's try this. See what happens. I don't know if it'll work. But, oh, look at that. Getting totally random. Oh, I do like that. See? Says me painting all those little bits. Just get the right tone in. Oh, that's much better. See? There's always a way. Bring this across here. Stab it. There we go. Just dabbing it, and I'm starting to get that little bit of depth that I wanted. You can be linear with your tapping, and you can be random, which is nice. There we go. Just bring this up here, put some on this shelf, around the stones. There you go. Right, I'm just going to go with some lighter sponge work just to push it back. See? If you go in lighter, all those little dark bits, if you just touch them, touch the tops, just pushes it back, see? So I'm just dabbing it ever so gently. These are handy, these sponges. This is a natural sponge. And let's go a little bit lighter, maybe along the bottom, maybe up here a little bit. Making sure I don't cross over the line. Mind the gap. That's what I used to see in the London Underground when I was a copper many years ago. Yes, I used to be a policeman, believe it or not. I used to work at Scotland Yard as one of the police artists. And I used to draw all those nasty people. I used to be on the Crime Watch programmes and made everybody's life in London hell. But it was so satisfying when we got a few guys. There we go, you see? Right. I've added that, and I'm just going to go in with some burnt sienna just along the top. There we go. And I'm just using the tip end of the sponge just work my way down this escarpment, see? But then I'm trying to get this randomness, this heather or whatever it is that's clinging to the side. And it's so gradual. And you can just take your time, pile it up. There you go. I'm going to have some trees here, so I'm not too worried about that little area there. But hopefully you can see I've done the sky, I've done the lake, I've done that escarpment. It's looking alright, isn't it? Thank you, Zoe. Another jammy dodger I see. I'm nearly eating half of it already, you know. Well, I'm just wasting away, so I need to keep my stamina up. That's why I like my jammy dodgers. Right. I'm just going to add little lighter bits while I can. I'm using this very thin. This is what I call my drawing brush that I used to draw with when I draw an outline. It's seen better days, but even the old brushes I find are still useful because they've got a texture about them that new brushes don't have. They're too clinical sometimes. But some of these old brushes are much better and give you that randomness. There you go, you see? Let's just put a little bit of white in there. Lighten it up, eh? This is going to disappear behind a tree anyway, so I'm not that too bothered. Just along the bottom. A lot of dips and dabs and dabs and dobs. Right. Okay. I have mislaid my little rag that I was using. There it, no it isn't. Where is it? It's disappeared. I'll pick another one. I've got another one. Right. Do you have that problem in your studio? You put something down and you just can't find it. It was there 1 second you were using it, the next second it's gone. Never to be seen again. Alright, I'm just individually putting in some little splodges of heather. More concentration than I could with the sponge, so I'm just using this. That's it. Maybe try and brush a little bit of it. Thing is, you can't be too definite with this because it's in the distance, so it has to be a pastely tone, if you know what I mean. If I make it too loud, it jumps in front of everything, so I have to push it back. That's better. Bit of randomness there going on, see? There you go. Right, let's use another favourite brush of mine. Riggers. I love riggers. Okay, now with riggers you can do wonderful things. So you can add little lines, veins. There you go. Just little bits. Could be an old bit of a stone thing going on. There you go. You get some totally randomness. Let's just work in this, look, zigzagging it along, and you get total random. Look, it's like I'm writing in some lost language. There you go. But it's just doing what I want it to do. It's taking all that paint off the brush, putting it somewhere else on the canvas, see? Right, I just want to darken on my stones. So to do that, I'll just totally randomize it. That's better. Probably have to put my stones in again. Third time of asking. I was painting over them. Do you find you paint over things and then you've got to repaint them? That's it, a little bit of darkness there, see? Because with me, for the lightness to work, there has to be the darkness in there. There just wasn't enough darkness to do what I wanted it to do. Right, let's get my little fan brush. And let's just put a bit more in. Hey? Oh, look at that. See? Fan brushes are handy as well. In fact, every brush you use is handy, to tell you the truth. But at this particular moment, I do like this fan brush because it's giving me a little bit more darkness that I want. Just in there, see? Got to be careful, I don't want it too dark. There we go. Right, it's time to put them stones back. So let's put the stones back again. Let's have a look at them. Yeah. Okay, there's one like that. There's one up there. One there. One there. Make them a bit brighter than they need to be at the minute. I'll go with that. Let's just do this shelf. What do I call a shelf? Looks a bit like a cliff face or something. That's it. Brilliant. Right, I've got a little line, like a buttress in this escarpment, in a lighter green. So I have to go in. That's it. Just there. Just enough to make it. It's a bit bright, but I'll blend it in, look. Dry my brush, blend it in. There we go. So you get that. Right, that's what I wanted. See that? A little sweeping, a little bit of lightness. There's a bit here, look, see? This is what, it's like a huge puzzle when you're painting. If you're painting from a reference, I find, you've got to find the right piece of the puzzle or paint the right piece. Yeah, I put some light in there. It works really well against the dark that I put in. There you go. Go in the direction of the... Brilliant. Right. Hopefully, them stones, no, they're not dry yet. Still need a little bit of drying time, so I'll give them that drying time. Concentrate on something up here that I saw. If you can concentrate on one part of the painting, it makes it a lot easier, I find. But you do look somewhere and think, oh, look at that bit. And what happens then is you end up jumping around your painting. You never get anything done because you keep jumping around. So sometimes you've got to force yourself to be into one place. Right, let's bring this. Holding my breath as I do this. There we go. I'm just dragging it down so I've got some lovely light. So pretty soon, that's dry now, you know, so I can go over it. Go over my stones. That's it. And just push them back. That's it. So you can still see them, but they're not so bright. Right. Got a little bit of green, yellow. Just want to add something under here, look. lovely bit of green I've just discovered. Lemon yellow and emerald green. See? Just give it a... make this go everywhere, this green. There. Oh, that's a lovely little green. I love that green. I'm going to put some over here. Just not too much, just enough. Dry brush it on. Just make it more interesting. A bit more colour, see? Wow, that's starting to jump out now. Hiya, Pam. Hiya, Andy. Pleased to have you here. Now, if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, let me know and I'll do some more. I do accept donations. paypal.me/JansArt. All donations greatly appreciated. So hopefully I can save up and buy myself a better camera setup than my iPhone stuck up above my head on a selfie stick, which is what I've got at the minute. But you make the best you can with what you've got, and that's what I'm doing. There. See, so you can quickly get a nice little, what I call a buttress effect. You know what, I need my sponge of choice. And I just need to go in this maybe a little bit of lightness just on the bottom here. There, a little bit of green. I hope you can hear me. I'm conscious of my quiet little voice. So I'm trying to speak up so you can hear me. That's better, huh? See? Now that'll dry, that'll sink in. And it's given me that randomness that I want. There you go. Wow, that's just coming alive. You can see it coming alive. That's just what I wanted. Right, let's put some more along the bottom. Do you know what? I want to protect my river. So I'm just going to put a bit of card there. Well, work near the line. I don't want to go over this line. It's a good line. So all I'm doing is just jib-jabbing. That's it. Just find my line. Jib-jab some more. Protect that lake. Protect the lake at all costs. That's it. This is called placing an old photograph on top of the canvas technique. Okay, I've just invented it. I would patent it, but it costs too much money. But you're free to use it. Okay. It's that hole in the hedge that I painted the other day. That was my reference photo that I took. See? Waste not, what not, my studio. Everything has a use. Never throw anything away. Never know when you might need it again. There we go. Right. Just need to darken that down now because I went a bit crazy with the light. So, but that's a beauteous sponge, and look. So there you can push it back if you go too much. There you go. Till you get it where you want it. Okay. Maybe a little bit darker here. Bring the darkness down a bit. Brilliant. Got me stones, got me escarpment. You know what? I'm going to leave that. That's enough for now. Okay? Right. I want to do this side of the lake. So, what I need to do, clean your brush. And I'm using a flat brush. A bit of yellow ochre and a bit of white. I haven't dipped this brush in the water. It's just got paint on. But what I'm doing, I'm just working on the edge. That's it. Goes all the way up there. Beautiful. So there's me edge. Got a strong edge, and then you can go much lighter away from the edge because I've already done it. And just try and push this along. That's it. Wonderful. A bit more down here, I think. There's some trees here. Bring this down. There's a central bit here. There's bits of grass and heather, but I'll do that in a minute. So I'm just filling it in, just dry brushing it. Maybe have some more darker gold. And this is burnt sienna with yellow ochre. And just dry brushing it in, see? Bringing it into the mix there. That's it. And maybe put some more up here. There's a lot of the canvas showing through, but that's alright because that's going to help me when I want to grab and put some more colour on. Right, I've just wet my brush first time. It's getting a bit stiff, so I just want to loosen it. And we'll go in. That's it. I'm going to go in my favourite brush. My favourite brush, Old Faithful, look, see? This is a 1-inch Baldomere. You can't buy them anymore, I've never found them anywhere, but this brush is absolutely perfect. It will do clouds, it will do mountains, it will do grasslands, it will do dog fur, cat fur. It'll cure all your ailments. No, it won't, that's just me being silly. Right, so I'll add some of that in there. Putting it in here, maybe some more down here near the... Oh, that's nice, look. A bit of grass is foreground. Right, let's put some greens in, eh? Lovely greens, rich greens. Right. Okay. Oh, look at that, eh? See? Look at that. Just start from the bottom, push up. This is in the foreground so I can see the grass. There we go. Oh, look at that. Bits of grass there, look. Hey. Great for doing foreground grass, this brush. Right, there we go. Bit more here, and push up and you get little tufts of grass just where you want them. Go the other way and you get more random grass. That's it. Let's put some of this along here. There you go, see? Putting in little clumps of grass. It's going up to the base of this tree that I haven't even painted yet. But that will do, don't worry. Just putting some more of this grass along the bottom here. Got a little strip of raw burnt umber, sorry. I keep calling it raw umber. It's not raw umber, it's burnt umber. I only started painting recently, so I'm still getting mixed up with the names. Raw umber, burnt umber. For ages I used to just call them chocolate and dark chocolate, and my students knew what I was talking about. But we should really call them by their proper names. Right, so I've got some nice greens in there. Let's just darken a few little patches, look. See? Just lift up. And just in a few little spots, just to give a little bit of depth to this grass, see? Very bottom. There you go. See, just by doing a little bit of tone darker, just makes it more interesting. The grass, see? That's better. If you want, we can have our friend the sponge come in. Maybe put in a few little indentations under the tree here. That's it. Clean your sponge. Get a darker green by adding the ultramarine to the green mix. See, whoops. Added the ultramarine to the green mix. You can tell this wet palette keeps your paint really fluid. Now with this lovely dark mix, I can just go in with maybe a few little randomizations. That's what I call them, randomizations. That's it. A little bit more here. This in the foreground, you can have more fun with it, see? That's it. This middle area, the foreground, I've neglected. I am so sorry I neglected you. There we go, look. That's it. So I've got some nice dark patches in there now. So what do you think that grass needs now, eh? Well, I've done the green, I've done the dark green. For it to really jump off the canvas, I've got to add some light. So let's add some very light green with white. Just a few little places. On the tops, see? That's it. Just a few little places. Not too much. And then you've got like 3 tones going on now. You've got the green, the dark green and the light green. See? And if you do it over the dark, well, it's just magical. See? There you go. Do you know what I'm going to add? Some more of this yellow ochre and burnt sienna. See, I can't remember. Burnt sienna mix. Just in the centre, just to make it more interesting. See? There. This is my special grass brush, heather brush, whatever you want brush. Okay. Do you know what? Good way around on this one. This is looking alright. Right, I have got dark area here, just here on the top there's a tree of sorts, so I'm just going to put in just off centre. That's it. Brilliant. Now with this green here, I can see these bushes. I'll start with a dark. There's another one up here, see? That's it. Just goes along the top. And that's just dark, because I can work with that. Maybe there's a little bit just there. There's a bit just going into the lake. Brilliant. So it's a bit like a ghost image. I'll use my fill there. And just like I did on the escarpment, get myself a better edge. And just pull it up. That's better. And just doing this, the shape of this bit of tree, bit there. Okay, that's what I wanted. Do you know what? I can push this a bit more over here. Hopefully this will make sense. It will, trust me. Bit of a tree thing going up here. Okay. Oh, that's what I wanted. Do you know what? I'll use my rigger just to do some edges that you can see. we go. Do you know what? This can go a lot higher. It's practically touching the escarpment. So let's get me reference better. Get me scale right, that's better. Always check when you're painting. See, that wasn't right, so I had to raise it a little bit, just about touching. That's it. Adding some cobalt to the green and it goes lovely and really dark green, see? Now what I can do with these dark bits is just form the next. There you go, so I can see the individual bushes and trees. That's it. Maybe one on the top. There we go. Do something with this. This coming down here like this, you see. That's better. Hello David. Hello Vicky. Hello Pam. Nice to see you on board. Now, not many people know this, but me and Dave Parker share an illustrious past. Yep, he was a police artist as well, up in Manchester, when I was a police artist in London. Isn't that right, Dave? Of course, when you're streaming live, you can't hear them, so I'm talking to myself. Just realised. Right, so let's put some brighter green. Let's pick up the sunlight with some yellow onto this green. Oh, look at that, see? What I'm doing, I'm just picking where the sun's catching this tree. Just dipping and dabbing. Maybe. Got my sponge. Why am I doing it like that when I've got a sponge, look. See? That's better. There we go. So we start to get them bushes in. Yeah? There's one just here. Just goes nicely in there. That little carpet. Here. Clean your sponge. Right, I think I deserve another bite of my jammy dodger. It's lasting me a long time. Right, I'm just going in with a lot of lemon yellow and green. Just dip-dabbing with my fill bear. There we go. So I get that lovely green. The more yellow I add, the more sunlight I'm getting onto this tree. Because I've got the dark, it's working, see? There you go. Right, we'll let that dry a little bit, then I'll come back to it and just bring it out some more. A bit on these bits here, look. This is just lemon yellow, but when you put it on this dark green, it's picking up the green underneath. But it's still bright enough to be of interest. There you go. I was going to take a break and have a cup of tea, but I'm enjoying this too much. Starting some of this dark, the full bare, just a few little clumps here and there. There you go. Maybe a little bit more underneath this tree, eh? There you go. This should be dry enough. Oh, it is. Adding more white to the mix. Just want the sun to shine on that. The only way I can do that is with my sponge. There. The sponge comes to the rescue again. See? There we go. So I've got those trees at the bottom of that hill. So let's just scrape a few. This is something else you can do with a sponge that I discovered. It's not just dabbing, but it's great for just scraping across planes to give you a bit of a weather beaten better. A few darker ones, see? Break it up. There you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're getting there. It's coming along. Just clean my sponge. Right, there is a tree here that I'm going to recreate in posh voice. Here we go. So I want a darker colour for the trunk. So my tree is going to start about there, and it's going to come up, and then it's just going to turn. There. A tree with no branches. Well, we'll have to fix that, won't we? Few old dead branches along there. Right, let's just make it more interesting there. There we go. It's a bit like one of them cartoon trees where Bugs Bunny has crashed into it and all the leaves have just blown off. Well, they'll come back, don't worry. Just putting in some of the structured branches. See? Got something going along here. Okay. Maybe another one. Rickets are great for doing branches. See this? It's a fairly substantial tree, this. It's got a whole third of interest in the painting. So I'm just going to put it where I think it'll do some good. There you go. I'll put my tree in. Make myself aware of where the spaces are. Right. Now what's missing on this tree? I'll give you a jammy dodger if you can tell me. Okay, what do I need to do to finish this tree off? Come on, what do you reckon? What does it need? What is it lacking? Hey? Of course, you know. It's leaves, doesn't it? See? Just put a few little things going up, I don't know, bits of grass or something. A bit darker underneath, total random shapes, that's it. Right, so to get the leaves, what am I going to use? Now I could paint them on one by one, but you know me, what am I going to do? I'm going to use my sponge. See? Favourite little thing. And the colour that I want, I've already got. And, oh, look at that. Look at that. Little leaves, see where I want. Maybe a couple up there. Okay. Always turning. Always turning it around. Get some yellow onto this green. Lemon yellow, that's what the colour I'm referring to. Oh, too much lemon yellow. Let's get back with the greens. Okay. That's better. I'm going to make a massive cluster there near the bottom. So these leaves near the bottom have to be a little bit darker, see? So I'm going in with a darker green on my sponge. There you go. Then I'll work my way round. Put some clumps up here, see? Just be conscious of where the clumps are and make sure I want to leave some of the sky coming through. See? Now I'll do some dark ones here. This is where the light's coming this way. So that's it. I'm getting that tree where I want. Maybe it's got now this is going to be a lot darker. So there we go. Bit of a shadow in the clumpy bits. See? That's it. This little tree here is part of some more hedges, so I'll put them in through the tree, see? Like they're coming down. That's it. So you're looking through the tree. Need to clean this sponge. It's getting a bit messy. Hi Linda, you've probably just discovered what I'm using for the tree foliage. It's my secret weapon. Sponge. See? Right, I'm just going to go in with the green again. Always conscious not to just do a massive splodging. Leaving some of the sky through it. Darken these bits again. There you go. So I can add some substance to this tree. It's got a clump up here, you know. So let's just put that clump up there. There we go. So I'm starting to get that clumpy tree look, see? Clean me sponge. Clean sponges work much better. So I'm going in with the yellow, the lemon yellow. And I'm just going to pick up some of this sunlight on top, see? There you go. My tray is too symmetrical, so I'm going to give it a bit of a bulge on this side, I think. That's it. That's much better. It's more interesting now, isn't it? See? Right, and we'll do a little bit more here. Bit more on this side. Maybe some grass coming down. Maybe a little bit of grass. See, I'm doing grasses with a sponge. So versatile. Right, we've been nearly done. We've been nearly done, boys and girls. But now I'm just going to faff on a little bit and touch up some little bits that I think need touching up. And we'll start with, let's get this bit of log here. Okay. Maybe some light grasses, bit of light on the trunk, a couple of light branches coming in, maybe that green. There we go. A few little bits of interest I think we should need to add. Next to this little bumpy thing here. That's it. Putting in some, do you know what, it's a bit of rock looking at it, so let's add some, that's it, you know, a bit of rock coming up there. Now just underneath it there's a trail, or something, a path, yeah, coming from the, there we go, just a path, and it just goes up here, maybe it just splays out a bit more, the green, it's nice. Right, let's just work on this path, maybe a bit more light, just parts of it. There we go, and it just goes up there. Right, needs a few more little rocks, so let's add some browns. Maybe there's a rock there, and there, and there. Just added it with me rigger. I'll just put some lights on, lighter bits of rock. There you go. Alright, just add a little bit of shadow underneath. This is really wet on wet now. There's my rocks. Just want to add a few little dibs of grass in the foreground here, and it's like you're writing a very exquisite signature, just up and down, look, that's it, see, so it gives you something in the foreground. Let's do a few more ziggy zaggies, there we go, maybe. And there, you know what, it's just about, Right, I've just added a bit of orange there and it's just too wild. So I'm going to push it back a bit with some green. A very light green, that's better. See? Now I just want to add a little bit of greeny here. That's it. So that gives me an edge. Just blend it in. Right, I'm just going to add a few little dibs, spots, just in certain places. That's it. Just to make it random. See? Just flashing with my rigger. That's what I like. Just makes it a bit more random. Let's do that with some green. Okay, get a load on my rigger. That's it. I'm going to try and do this just up here in a few little spaces. There we go. And you know what? I reckon we're finished. There you go, boys and girls. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've certainly enjoyed it. And if you want to see some more, please let me know and I'll do some more. But this is a lakeside scene that I've just added. And I don't know how long it took. I'll have to check my video. I think it took about an hour and a half. But using sponges, riggers, angle brushes, fill bars. Do you know when you're painting and you think you're finished, and then you look around and you think, nah, I'll just do one little bit more. And you see another bit. That's it. It's done. It's finished. I'm putting down my paint brushes. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my jammy dodgers because I think, boys and girls, I've enjoyed it. I've earned it. There's my palette. Thank you for watching. See you again. Happy painting.